So, protesters, did you? Okay, holy breaking news. The government in Bangladesh has just been overthrown. I'm not kidding. Here are the details. So, protesters have just stormed the prime minister's official residence, and they started filming themselves looting the palace and even eating her food in the kitchen. She has now resigned, and I'll get to why that's so massive in a second, and she's fled the country to India because the protests, which you've remembered I covered a few weeks ago, they kept on getting worse, they became even more deadly, and they refused to relent. So, for anyone that doesn't know, this is so incredibly massive because she has been the prime minister for Bangladesh for over 15 years. So if someone even a month ago said, she would step down to young protesters, predominantly students, demanding her resignation, a month ago, that would have been unthinkable. But today, it happened. It says what started as a political movement became a mass uprising, and there's even reports that the military was the one that put a lot of pressure on her to step down. In an address to the nation, the army chief general announced that an interim government will now run Bangladesh, and they called for calm. Absolutely wild times we're living in right now, and that's not even mentioning all of this stuff simultaneously happening in so many other countries. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay.
Essentially, there was a large gathering of youths from London that came for a beach party, advertised via TikTok and social media and the things they go on. Large presence of people, most of them enjoyed themselves. Unfortunately, I think there were sporadic incidents of fighting amongst them, sort of late into the evening, which primarily occurred up in Southend High Street. So the party was on the beach. I think they then all moved up to the High Street where, unfortunately, I think there were quite bad instances of violence and disorder.
And so you say it was kind of known about? Did locals know about it?
All my staff showed me there were flyers put out on TikTok advertising the beach party for about a week or so before. So we were pre-warned about it. And as a business and as a town, we put precautions in place to try and mitigate these instances, which really are few and far between. Essentially, there's a large police presence here anyway, so Southend is a safe place throughout the summer. Essex Police have Operation Union, which means they have 17 officers permanently stationed on the seafront to deal with the amount of people that come to the town. So I don't think you necessarily feel unsafe, but it is a little bit worrying, yeah.
It's unbelievable, it's shocking what people are doing these days.
And what does it make you worried coming to the Southend?
It does, but you can't stay indoors all the time, you've got to get out.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honor unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 men. Alright, the name of this one is Violence and Uproars of the People. Alright, Violence and Uproars of the People. And we're seeing that now more than ever. All right, a lot of violence. You saw what happened at the fight, the machete wielding guys who are the seafront in London, sparking a chaos, a confusion. All right, when we go back here, see if we go all the way back. All right, around here, so see these guys with machetes in the streets. Alright, these guys wielding machetes in the streets. Alright, and a lot of chaos. You know, there was a mosque that was attacked, you know, and a lot of violence. Police cars burned, you know, police with broken bones, serious damages. Alright, and a lot of civilians. And then meanwhile in Bangladesh, you know, they have these people stormed the Prime Minister's residence, basically, and ousted her. Alright, students and whatnot. You know, and it's important to understand the time we're in. We're in the time of the end. We surely in the time of the end. And you have to understand, it's all about what? Prophecy. It's all about prophecy. Let me get the book of Sirach, the book of Ecclesiasticus. Alright, chapter 39, verse 1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies." So what the word prophecies mean? To say before. Pro mean before, and phasia mean to say. And that's what the prophets do, they prophesy. Because you have to understand how serious the time we are in. Alright, it's a time of prophecy. Everything that was written, you know, is coming to pass. That's why the scriptures say everything written aforetime was what? Written for our learning. Alright? And this is very, very vitally important. Let's get the book of 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before." Right? So we measure the time diligently. We see in the prophecies coming to pass, you know, that our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, you know, said would happen. Alright? You know, remember that when we go to the book of Matthew. Matthew chapter, let's get at Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. Yeah, this is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many." Alright? And he shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Here, these uprisings. Now we hear wars right now going on is between Israel and Iran. Alright, they send missiles. Alright, wars in Ukraine, with Russia, wars in Taiwan, the South China Sea, America and China. Alright, it says, "See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes." We've seen a lot of earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, and we're hearing a lot of these pestilences are on the way, that this devil's getting ready to bring, with the W to the H to the O already recognizing some and having counsels about some of them. Alright? So we know by these things that we are in the end. Right? According to 2nd Esdras 9, verse 2, it says, "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made," and the Lord is doing it. Alright, he's visiting. And then we see more and more chariot sightings, another sign, another omen, you know, a prophecy coming to pass. It says, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes," which we see in, "and uproars of the people in the world," right, which we see now, right, uproars. Alright, we're not seeing uproars right here in UK. You know, they are coming up against Negroes and Muslims in the UK. These Edomites, they're showing their horns, you know, the true feelings. about us Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and what's going on in Bangladesh and other places. All right, this is what the Lord was talking about. All right, this is how we know that we in that time. This is how we know that Yahweh Shai's arrival is right around the corner. All right, this is Sirach 16, verse 18. It says, "Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens, the deep and of the earth, and all that is there, that is therein shall be moved when he shall visit." All right, that everything going to be moved. The mountains also and the foundations of the earth shall be shaken with trembling when the Lord looketh upon them. All right. No heart can think upon these things worthily, and who is able to conceive his ways? So it's going to be heavy when the Lord comes back. And this lead up, is like a woman in travail. It's like a woman, in getting her contractions, moving from 1 centimeter dilated to straight up to 10 to fully dilated. This is how it's going to be. It's going to be real hell. All right. 2 Ezra 6 and 18, it said, "Behold, the days come that I shall begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with the unrighteousness. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled," right? When the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And the books are open. The word is going out at an unprecedented rate. All right, and it's causing all these prophecies to come to pass. All right. 2 Ezra 9 and verse 4 says, "Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest." Right? "Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs." And these are sure signs we see here. These are uproars. All right, and the Lord is getting ready to come back. We know that for a fact. All right, because sedition among men is happening. They're coming up against the order of society, the police force, and all these things. Things about to get real very quickly. 2 Ezra 15 and verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands," guns. Modern day sword is a gun. Right? "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power." So you're seeing it right now. They ousted a whole prime minister who's been in power for many years. In Great Britain, they're running down, these Edomites running down Negroes, which are Israelites, basically to beat them, maybe to unalive them, right? They're fighting against the police, destroying police cars, damaging police. This thing is just going to escalate worse and worse. All right? It's going to escalate worse and worse. And there's nothing you can do, because why? All this what we see here is prophecy. Okay? All that we see is prophecy. The Lord said what He's going to do. He's going to turn the Egyptian against the Egyptian. Right? In their own societies, they're going to have a lot of infighting. And that's how He's going to bring an end to the rulership of these heathens. Okay? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. It says, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at His presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, these heathens, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom." Woo! And that's what is happening right now. And then the Lord said that any kingdom that is divided upon itself can't stand. Yeah. So God, even before He's coming, He's taking down these kingdoms. He's destroying them. All right, as only He could do. All right, this is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 24. All right, it says, in fact, verse 23, it says, and He called them unto Him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against Satan and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end, and this kingdom is done. Yahushai is finishing it up. He's bringing it to an end quickly. All right, you best believe the Lord said He wouldn't bring it to an end quickly, and He's doing just that. All right, let me just get that precept and close it out. The book of Romans chapter 9, verse 28. For He will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because a short work will the Lord Yahushai make upon the earth. So hey, turn to the Lord. The end is near. All right. Till next time, Shalom and Abad Babal.